What's up, YouTube? How you doing? This video gonna be about Sandra Bullock. Got passed over for $1 Million Baby. She auditioned and the role went to Hilary Swank. And how do I feel about that? So Sandra Bullock to me was always like a second tier Junior Whopper version of Julia Roberts. But she had this kind of thing about her that did give you like a fight in her. It's kind of like a Sally Field, Norma Ray type of thing. She did have she was she wasn't quite America's sweetheart. She had that vibe, but then she also had this little fighter vibe going. So I could actually see her with a little spunk in there. There's a certain type of role she's played. I could see that coming into view. Um, $1 Million Baby was quite the film, though. Morgan Freeman, Clint Eastwood. It took a kind of you had to like kind of make yourself into like a rebellious type and almost downplay what you were about to pull it off. So, it's interesting from that aesthetic. And when I see certain people's talent levels and certain things that they do, I kind of like go, okay, well maybe I'm going to see if you could pull this off, how you would have been in this particular role, because I have to take that in consideration that there are certain types of acting, and it also has to be removed from a certain image that I have. Could you pull it off? Now, Hilary Swank had done these kind of roles where she had more of a fighter vibe. She didn't have the, you know, I guess the kind of wholesomeness kind of roles that Sandra Bullock had. So, but I think when I think about the women auditioning for the role, and I saw some other names involved, I think Sandra Bullock might have been able to kind of pull it off, but I don't know if it would have had the same magnitude. Hilary Swank definitely had a certain magnitude that I don't know if Sandra Bullock would have quite pulled off. There are certain things that you look for, certain kinds of oh, it's in the skill sets of the way people project themselves that you kind of look into what they're about, and and then it kind of it's embraced a certain way where you're kind of like, okay, I can feel that, I can sense that. So I don't know if she would have been able to, necessarily have hit the same strides that Hillary did in the movie, because Hillary really took it upon herself and really went dramatic with the whole thing with the mama. You remember how the mother was and how they were using her and that whole thing, and that whole dynamic was interesting. And then you have the rapport with Morgan Freeman. You have, because even though the character was in her 30s when she was boxing and everything, Hilary Swank still looked vulnerable and younger in the vibe. Sandra Bullock gave you that freshness, but it really would have had to take in another tone to pull it off. So I don't know. I don't know. You know, when I think about that movie, I just think that, but I do think that if there had been like another version of it, she may have been interested in it. It's not something that I can totally dismiss. But when one actress or person gets passed over and you see somebody that maybe fits that a little bit better, but you can almost see that that person could have made a role in it. I could see that though. I could see that though. So it's up for an interesting discussion. But tell me what you think. Sandra Bullock was passed over for Hillary Swank for $1 Million Baby. You agree with that, or do you think you would like to see Sandra Bullock play the role? Let me know in the comments below. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share if you like and hit that membership, because when you do requests like this come true, stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.